Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
I'm Maria Lizignoli. Thanks for joining us at the Live Desk. It's now been 2 weeks since 2 Israeli embassy staff members were shot and killed outside of a Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. Investigators say they were targeted and said the suspect shouted "Free Palestine" as he was being detained. The suspect has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. One of the people who died in the attack was Sarah Milgrim, and now her family is speaking out for the first time since the shooting to our Jonah Kaplan. This morning, Susan Elizabeth Littlefield and Heather Brown spoke with the experience with Jonah, who is now in New York.
I'm wondering how did you connect with this family?
Yeah, look, it's a good question because, right, I mean, I live in Minnesota and with you guys, and this story seemingly has nothing to do with Minneapolis, St. Paul, the upper Midwest. This family is from a suburb of Kansas City. But it kind of speaks to this moment for America's Jewish community, because for every Jewish community in America, Sarah could have been their own daughter. Yaron could have been their own son. And this hostage walk that happened in Boulder, Colorado last weekend, they happen every weekend in Minneapolis. And so I was very moved by the opportunity to connect with this family because my Jewish identity is something that I wear on my sleeve. And so it was really an opportunity to connect with this family on just kind of a human level. And I said, look, I might be a journalist, but I'm also an American Jew like you, and I'm a father of 3 daughters. And the more I learned about Sarah Milgrim, the more I thought to myself, wow, what an amazing role model and someone that I can't wait to teach my girls about as they grow up.
And Jonah, hearing that this is not only personal, but also professional for you, what are some big takeaways that you've had from this interview?
We have to think about the context of anti-Semitism in America. For the Jewish community, October 7th and the Gaza war, it didn't create anti-Semitism, it revealed it. And a lot of the rhetoric which had been boiling on college campuses in American cities, it then has led to this violence. And so what we're really talking with the family about is, first of all, understanding their grief, right? What are they feeling? Is it anger? Is it confusion? Is it frustration? And if they have that, where is it directed? We're also talking with them about what they think are the steps and the strategies we should take to prevent the next tragedy. And independent of whatever tactics and war strategies are happening thousands of miles away, what can we do to make sure that the war doesn't spill over here? Right? I mean, this is a conflict that touches everyone's hearts. Pain is pain. The images, whether it was in Israel on October 7th or the images coming out of Gaza and seeing the destruction and seeing the humanitarian issues there, that should touch everybody's heart. But how can we separate the emotion from having rational, substantive, engaging conversations where we can learn from each other and make sure no one loses their life over something that is happening thousands of miles away from here? I spent several hours with this family and Sarah's father, Bob, her mother, Nancy, and her older brother, Jacob. And each one of them has such a unique and distinct perspective on this. It's heartbreaking, it's gut-wrenching, but it's also inspiring. And how we can all see light amidst this darkness, because this isn't just about the Jewish community. And if you look at history, what starts with anti-Semitism doesn't end with it. And so we have to take advantage of this moment for learning, for dialogue. And I think this family is really that beacon of light that we can look to.
Now, here's Jonah's interview with the family of Sarah Milgrim. Take a look.
Amidst this grief, what are the feelings? Anger? Frustration? Confusion?
Right now I'm hurt. You know, I'm too hurt to say it's anger or frustration. I don't know what I'm going to feel later on, to be honest with you.
What the parents of Sarah Milgrim do know, and what they want everyone to know, was how their daughter's life was filled with love, starting with her father Bob, her mother Nancy, and older brother Jacob.
She was the perfect child. We never argued about anything. She loved the environment. Loved Mother Earth. She loved people. She loved family. She loved her community.
It was a life full of love stories, too. First falling for Israel after her bat mitzvah in Jerusalem. Sarah would tour Israel again in college, and then again as part of a program called Tech to Peace, a work-study program for Israelis and Palestinians.
She's not a tech person.
Right.
So she learned some things, but really she was involved with the social immersion between bringing all the people together.
When Sarah got a job after grad school at the Israeli embassy, she'd fall in love again with Yaron Lashinsky.
We saw their love blossom for each other, and we knew how strong it was. So we were hoping that they would be getting married.
They were together on the night of May 21st, leaving a diplomatic event discussing how to get more aid into Gaza. The war, triggered by Hamas's October 7th terrorist attack, is now in its 19th month. The fighting might be thousands of miles away, but the conflict continues to roil U.S. cities and college campuses. Free, free Palestine! Scenes the Milgrims were worried about even before Sarah and Yaron were shot and killed.
There are people now that are calling the man who allegedly shot and killed your daughter a political prisoner, a hero, free Palestine! Someone who was working to be a liberator.
I don't know anything about those,
Yeah,
but Sarah wasn't against the Palestinians. She wasn't against the people in Gaza. She was, in all her heart, working towards finding a way for everyone to live together peacefully.
There's nothing more important in Judaism than life and the sanctity of life. And to what end is this fighting and sacrifice? What does it accomplish? Taking my sister from me, it's not going to accomplish anything.
Usually a parent tries to mold their child. Sarah molded us. She was a stronger person than I ever was. I told Nancy after this happened that I'm a different person now than before. This happened from learning so much about what Sarah did and her courage.
The alleged shooter, Elias Rodriguez of Chicago, has not entered a plea. His next court hearing is set for June 18th.